Allegra Miller here to share with you the Astro-Alchemy for April 13th and 14th, 2021. I will be speaking about the astrological aspects and the essential oils that will help take things to the next level and make the most of these energies. For simplicity's sake, I've divided the oils I'll be speaking about relative to the astrology in two categories. The basic category, for those of you that may be just getting started with doTERRA, you're likely to have at least one of the following: doTERRA frankincense, on guard, and lemon. And in the specialty category, for those of you that are more seasoned oilers and have more in your arsenal of support to work with, my top three picks for these next couple of days are doTERRA Slim and Sassy, Lime, and Geranium. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you do not yet have doTERRA and would like to purchase some, please reach out. I'd love to support you in that process. Been selling doTERRA now for over 7 years, teaching about and selling, and I'm very passionate about helping people take their lives to the next level with these amazing products. Also, keep in mind that not only do I sell doTERRA, I also offer naturopathic consultations, bodywork, and life coaching sessions. So keep that in mind. Thank you for tuning in. I am getting this video out later in the day. I'm kind of getting back in the habit of doing these videos every couple of days, but the main aspects that I want to mention for today, April 13th, are in the evening anyway. But I will kind of recap things that happened earlier in the day. Maybe will help you kind of put the puzzle pieces of the day together. 9:25 a.m. this morning, the Taurus moon, I spoke about the Taurus moon in my last video. We are still under the influence of that, so you may want to listen to that video. But anyway, so without being redundant, I'm not going to talk about the specific flavor of a Taurus moon. You can listen to that video. But anyway, this Taurus moon was conjunct Uranus in Taurus at 9:25 a.m. And that could have the potential to make us more impulsive. It also has a very strong potential to be a pattern interrupter. You might notice yourself under the influence of this energy, breaking routines, taking a different route, making a different choice than you usually do, taking impromptu, whatever. Maybe you take a different route home. It's as simple as that, but you'll notice that. But perhaps. At 2:31 in the afternoon, the moon in Taurus squares Saturn. Now, Saturn is all about structure and foundation. And Taurus, the moon in Taurus, is very much about having a solid structure. Taurus likes firm foundations, material, security, etc. So these two being at odds with one another can create a very much power struggle energy, a sense of restricting, controlling issues. It can also make you more prone to depression, sadness, loneliness. So try to be transparent around those things and notice that, it's just like clouds passing, that if you feel those things, it's not necessarily as intimately connected to your actuality as its apparency under the influence of that energy. The main aspects for April 13th that I want to mention happen in the evening at 7:09 p.m. The sun, which is in Aries, is 23 degrees sextile Mars in Gemini. Now, Mars is all about power and force. It's the mover, shaker energy. The sun represents your sense of self. So these two coming together, this will last for the next 48 to 72 hours. This is a very good time to utilize this Mars energy to take the initiative, to utilize that strong power force, to be courageous and do the things that need to get done. This is just a very good motivating energy to move things and to continue that new moon energy, which was all about getting unstuck and clearing taking actions toward those things that maybe you were blocked by in the past. Anyway, this is a good energy, particularly because with Mars and Gemini, and Aries being an air sign, very good for communication and technology issues in particular. This is a good energy for harmony and close relationships, very much loosening any tension that might be in the air. I do want to put into context that we are still amidst this intensity of all the planets I referenced in my last video. Aries, I don't have that list in front of me, but you can listen to my last video to find that out. But Aries is definitely in the air, no pun intended, but it's a lot. There's like 4 planets and more. Anyway, that just can make, with the next aspect that I'm going to mention, it can make challenge more of a potential for these next couple of days. So not to plant that in the realm of fear or anything, but just it is good to know what you're dealing with the energy so you take it less personally and become more committed to what it is that you're committed to. I heard something recently about would you rather be right or be kind, and it's in an Audible book that I'm listening to, and that says a lot. So under the influence of all this Aries energy, there can be a very feistiness in the energy. So just beware of that and amp up your tools to create a solid foundation. But back to this energy tonight at 8:15 p.m. The sun in Aries is 150-degree quincunx with Saturn. So Saturn, again, is about structure and foundation. What this is essentially doing is having you look without any filter at your life and seeing where you might need a more solid foundation, what might need to be put in your routine and in your practice of life to create a more solid structure and foundation. So this is not necessarily a comfortable, cozy energy. It's a being very, very present to the things that you want to put into existence that are lacking. And so you can work with it under that, in that light, to take things to the next level. As for the 14th at 10:04 in the morning, Eastern Standard Time, the moon in Taurus again is sextile Neptune and Pisces. This is a very sensitive energy. Our sensitivity will be heightened. Our psychic intuition will be heightened. Because you are so open and sensitive, it is a good time. I guess I didn't share anything about the oils with what I mentioned in the 13th, but anyway, I'll get to that part. Let me do that now. So for protection oils, though, in particular of the lineup, frankincense is a very good protection oil, as is On Guard. Frankincense is very powerful in clearing discordant energies, negative, low vibrational energies, just helping you to sync you up with your higher self and to clear anything that's not in resonance with that. On Guard is very helpful at bolstering up your auric field. So On Guard internally, also on the bottom of the feet is good in the diffuser to clear energy. Very powerful. So I say that with that particular sextile because you'll be more perhaps aurically porous, and those two oils will be helpful there. 2:18 p.m. on the 14th, Venus is moving into Taurus. So this is going to loosen up some of that Aries forward energy of so many planets, etc. in Aries, because Venus is now pulling into Taurus, which is one of its favorite places. Venus rules Taurus. The next few weeks will be super good for romance, relationships. When we think of Venus, we think of romance and relationships and love of beauty. It's also all about self-love. So really, with Venus and Taurus, this is going to put emphasis on prioritizing yourself as the most important aspect in everything that you do, not in a narcissistic way, but in the cup has to be full in order to give to other people. So like they tell you when you're on an airplane, you put the oxygen mask on yourself first and then you share it with your child, etc. So making sure that your needs are set and that you're really loving on yourself so that you can truly love others and be there for others as a support. That's going to be very much the energy. Venus and Taurus is one of the more sensual energies. This is really good for any creature comforts, love of luxury, love of beauty, joy, anything that feels good. So it's overall very good, and it will lighten up some of the Aries energy. So at 6:10, with that in mind, love of creature comforts, and with some of the aspects of the 13th, slim and sassy for this Aries energy is going to be a good thing to help tone down our emotions, curb under the influence of also this Taurus moon, there can be a desire to be overindulgent. And so slim and sassy will help curb any cravings for overindulgence, whether it's food, drugs, sex, technology, thoughts, etc. It just helps to tone that down. Speaking of that, at 6:10 on the 14th, the moon in Taurus is square Jupiter in Aquarius. This is a super social and harmonious aspect. It's also a huge, that sounds kind of dramatic, but it's definitely a time to beware of self-indulgence in whatever your self-indulgent flavor is of choice. So I chose slim and sassy for that. Also, I chose lime overall for all this Aries energy and the Taurus energy. And lime is actually the product of the month at doTERRA. So if you're a regular doTERRA order with a 125 PV loyalty rewards order, which is truly the best value in purchasing doTERRA after you've gotten your initial enrollment kit. If you're not familiar with the specifics about that, reach out to me, I'll help you. But anyway, with 125 PV loyalty rewards order, you get a free bottle of lime. Lime is very powerful for the heart chakra. If we think in terms of colors and chakras, lime is green. Heart chakra is associated with the color green. It's very helpful in encouraging us to be determined. So particularly with those aspects for the evening of the 13th, tonight when I'm doing this video, the sun sextile Mars that I said was going to last 48 to 72 hours to help push you to get things done. Lime will help you to be determined, help to reinvigorate you, revitalize you. It helps to clear apathy and grief and just heal our heart space so that we feel more safe. It also helps particularly to help clear the channel between the mind and the heart. So I think of lime and geranium, actually I picked both of these, as heart balms. They're very powerful at healing heart chakra issues. If we've been wounded, we hold that energetically until we clear it, those wounds. And the heart is like a flower. It opens, and if it's been hurt, it shuts down. And sometimes after that hurt, it can not be willing to open up like a flower. Doing this, but geranium and lime together help the heart to have the courage to open with a healthy dose of discernment. So it's not appropriate to open our heart with just anyone or anything. Geranium and lime help to build those muscles of discernment so the heart can happily and healthfully open and close when it's appropriate. So Lime is very high in terpenes too. I talk a lot about terpenes in these videos. That will give you energy. It'll be a nice mood elevator. Helps to keep you in a state of gratitude. Geranium is very good at softening some of this Aries hard energy, and with that that quincux happening on the 13th, this will be helpful at just keeping things toned down. The last aspect I'm going to mention is at 7:53, the moon is trine Pluto in Capricorn. This can also increase our sensitivity, our intuition, psychic capacity. We'll notice ourselves having a stronger than average drive to delve into the subconscious, not only in ourselves, but also in the realm of others, and kind of getting the feels on a deeper level and being more tuned in to what people are thinking and that might not be obvious, etc. So frankincense will be good for that. Geranium and keeping you softened and more in a spirit of unconditional love and receptivity, letting go of old wounds. Lemon I chose for today because it's so powerful at helping us be focused and channeling that Aries energy for these next couple of days to that Sun sextile Mars energy to get things done and get things moving. Lemon is activating the mind, helping to get things done. Taking this internally is helpful at clearing our systems, helping to alkalinize the system. An alkaline body is more conducive to uptone thoughts and behaviors, and it shifts the way that we sing on a cellular level. So, of all that I mentioned, let me just recap. Every single oil actually can be taken internally. And I do encourage you to take them internally because it is a next level aspect to the oils. So all that I mentioned can be used in the diffuser, topically and aromatically, and internally. And then of what I've mentioned, the oils to be mindful of, if you are going to be in direct sunlight, any citrus oil is going to make you potentially more prone to photosensitivity. So keep that in mind. That of all of these would be lemon, lime, and slim and sassy. Anyway, that covers everything and then some. Thank you so much for tuning in. I have listed links below this video if you are so called to send a donation. Those of you that have sent donations, I really appreciate it. It has helped keep the momentum going. Otherwise, I think you need like 34,000 subscribers on YouTube to get paid for it. So I appreciate the energy exchange for those of you that have sent some this way. Very much appreciated. Enjoy these energies. Keep calm. Don't get caught up. Don't bite the hook, like I said in last video. And thanks so much. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.